Welcome to Chl Rewind. I'm Hammett2717, joined with No Sleeves. This week we'll be talking over cups. Also go over round 2. Start tonight. We'll also be talking about the World Junior Championships, which the draft is tonight at 8 Eastern. Out the first couple of rounds of guys that are taken. Leaves, how was your first week of?
It went well, man. Obviously Valdor had a nice little sweep in there. Relatively easy, but we go on to a more interesting matchup this week for sure.
As you're mentioning that, Dakar did end up taking out the Remparts in 7 games. Not many people had that one picked.
I don't think anyone did.
Including we actually had 4 upsets in the Q and only 1 in the O. Would be the Generals beating the 67s in 6 games.
Yeah, the Q
I mean,
was
more interesting. Yeah, I mean, you had the Islanders, the Tigers, the Olympics, and the Remparts all out in round 1.
Not even so much as them doing it themselves, but the way they did it. They all beat them in 5, except for Jakar, but the Phoenix, Rimouski, and the Titan all ended their series in under 5 or under, with Rimouski sweeping the Olympique, which is a big enough upset in itself, but to do it the way they did it was really impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to start with the O?
It's obvious though that the Tigers did not show up.
No, for sure. Yeah, that was a weird one. I mean, the Rimouski Gatineau one, either one winning wasn't really all that surprising. I think I had Gatineau in 6, if I remember correctly, but they were relatively close. But yeah, Sherbrooke beating the Tigers was pretty crazy, and then the Titan over the Islanders. I mean, the Titan Islanders games, 3 of them were 1-goal games, but still, the Islanders fell down the standings near the end of the year because they were really good for the first month.
Right, and a lot of their players did get called up.
Exactly, yeah, they got hit with call-ups. Yeah,
a lot of their defensive core.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be the only one that's amazed. You know, these are the same Titans we were talking about in week 1 that went. I mean, they turned it around and just upset the Islanders.
For sure. No, that's crazy. To make it on to round 2 is really impressive. And what's crazy is that the matchup that they had, because of all the upsets, is a totally winnable matchup for them in round 2. Playing.
Well, and you can't put anything past Dakar either.
No,
they had
sure.
13 games overturned.
Absolutely. They were
13. Yeah. So, I mean, they were a top 6 team before all that happened. Yeah. And they just came back and just knocked out the Remparts.
I watched that game 5 where Jakar got the shutout. That was nuts. That was their goalie. I mean, sat middle of the net most of the plays, and they just could not find one. And then the other 2, the Quebec just absolutely kind of fell apart for sure. It was surprising in the first round, especially in my first league playoffs, to witness the Q as itself. I mean, the other ones went almost exactly as we thought it would go. The W especially, like there was nothing, and all series there was no game 7s even. But yeah, the Q was fantastic.
A couple of game 6s.
Yep.
Game 7.
Yep. I think that I think now, though, you'll see that with the W, I think in round 2, you're going to see the most upsets in the W. The reason why I think that is because they follow the NHL format of playoffs, where they have a bracket that kind of sticks with it. The Blazers have a really hard route, to the finals, because they're going to have to play Kelowna, and then my guess would be the silver tips, as opposed to it's harder. It's harder because it doesn't recede in the W. Is what I meant.
Right, where the Q recedes.
Yep. So is the O.
Or recedes. The
Yep.
W does not. So you have the Blazers versus the Rockets.
Yep.
You have Portland versus the Silvertips. You have the Pats versus Saskatoon Blades, and you have the Calgary Hitmen versus the Ice.
The Ice, yeah.
Those are all going to be games to watch.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think that it hinders the W in the W, just like in the NHL. The first two rounds are usually the best because of the divisional format and whatnot. And I think that you're going to see it in round two of the W. That I think that in the Q, I mean, it's hard to say because of all the upsets and whatnot, right? But other than the Titan and Voltigeur series, because that's kind of, you never know. The Voltigeur finished below the Islanders, right? So, and the Titan knocked them off in 5. So that wouldn't surprise me. Now, it would stun me if Drakkar and Sherbrooke and Rimouski beat the remaining 3. But I mean, Drakkar beat the Remparts, and the Remparts were the clear and away second best team in the queue.
Then you have the 67s losing to the Generals.
Yeah.
I believe, didn't they just sneak in at?
Yeah, they didn't. Let me see the standings here.
So, I mean, that's another one there where it's now they're going up against a tough Kingston team.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
that'll be tough.
And Kingston took care of the Wolves.
Yep.
The Ice Dogs took care of the Petes. Dominated that battalion.
I think I called Hamilton in 5, but or 6. I think I didn't think Gilly did in 4. I knew Gilly was a good goalie, but it's pretty crazy series. I mean, the thing with the O now, especially in that top bracket, because you're going to see more than likely Kingston versus Niagara is pretty crazy, but because Niagara's not in a conference, general consensus would be that Niagara and Kingston are the best 2 teams in the O, and they can't even play each other in the finals. So one of them's not. So that third round between London and
hold on, Sleeve. Sleeve, you're lagging like crazy, man.
Oh, you're lagging too early. I was just trying to close it. Is it lagging out now?
Yeah, it's lagging terribly.
Okay,
I don't know if it's just me or.
I just have a hard time just cutting out. I was just trying to go with it. I can guess what you're saying. You want to try it again?
Let's see here. Try talking.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Well,
I mean, can you get it going like smoothly? I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're lagging.
Yeah, it cuts it up. You want to try and do it tomorrow? If we can get in or even later, I'm okay with it later as well. I don't have a game tonight. I mean,
yeah, we can. Yeah, it won't. So we'll talk more tomorrow.
We can try to do it tomorrow, yeah. Technical difficulties.
Get game ones. We'll see how they turn out. For draft list. Actually.
For sure, yeah. We can get it on tomorrow when we're both not lagging.
I'm gonna. So we'll try getting Sleeves thing fixed tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can fix it and do a World Junior draft.
For sure, yeah.
Well, in a little bit and see if I can get this fixed. Let's everybody just hang tight. I'll be back in about half an hour. I'm gonna go reset everything, and then I'll do a World Juniors. We'll see if we can't get Sleeves in there. See if he's still lagging, and then we'll go over the playoff stuff tomorrow.
That's good. All right, dude. I'll go and fix everything, and I'll let you know. Okay.
Until later.